With everything going on, have you been thinking about starting a side hustle? Or are you already working full-time during the day and chasing your dreams at night, but you're not quite happy with the progress that you've been able to make? This video is gonna be perfect for you because it's gonna give you bite-sized business tips to help you build the type of business and the type of life that you want. Hi, my name is Halima and I am the founder of The Floral Guru. And when I started my event decor business, I was actually not only working a full-time job, I was also in business school at the time. So I would wake up in the morning, go to work from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and then I would go to school twice a week from 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So if you feel like you don't have the time to start your business, if you feel like the timing just isn't quite right, I am here to tell you that the timing will never be right. And it's really up to you to put in the hard work, the dedication, and to have the tenacity to make your dreams come true. Now, in our first year, even though I was only doing this part-time, we were able to hit six-figure revenues. In our second year, we doubled it, and we've continued to just focus on growth and profitability since then. Now, I don't say any of this to brag because I think I still have a long way to go, but I say it to encourage you and to give you some motivation to really buckle down and to follow your dreams. So the last thing that I'll say before I get into the tips is that I've put together a nice little PDF for you summarizing all of the steps that I'm going to talk about in this video. And it's free. You just have to click the link in the description box to get it. Hope this helps. So when you first start talking to people about starting a business, one common piece of advice that you'll hear over and over again is that you should follow your passion, right? I'm sure you've already heard this. But I actually think that this is really bad advice because passion alone is not going to help you create a successful business. Instead of finding your passion, what you should do is find your sweet spot. Your sweet spot is this magical area where three things come together. The first one is, what do you love to do? The second one is, what are you good at? And the third one is, what do people actually need and what are they willing to pay for? So that trifecta, that is where you want to be in order to create a business that is going to be profitable. So if you want to make money, if you want this to be more than a hobby, which I'm guessing that you do, you need to find that sweet spot that I just talked about. So when I started The Floral Guru, I was good at three things. I was good at finance, I was good at sales, and I was good at project management. And I had gotten all of that experience from jobs that I had while I was in college, as well as working in corporate finance after I graduated. So I was good at those three things. What I loved to do though, because I had just gotten married, is I loved event decor. I loved over-the-top, interesting events. And because I had just gotten married, I also knew that people in my local market were looking for this, right? So that is my trifecta. And that's what you should be looking for, is your sweet spot. Now, I mentioned that I was good at sales, finance, and project management, but that alone was not enough to actually build the type of company that I wanted to build. So I had to figure out how to get good at marketing. I had to get floral design skills. I had to get leadership and management skills, which leads me to my second piece of advice, which is to buy the experience that you don't have. Now, what do I mean by this? I really want to give you guys concrete examples so that you understand what I'm talking about and that you can implement it in your business. So a couple examples of what it means to buy the experience that you don't have. One, hire people who have these skills. So I mentioned that I did not have years and years of floral design skills. I had taken a couple classes and I was okay, but I wasn't at the level that I wanted to be. So I really focused on hiring a great team, people who had much more experience than I did. So I hired that skill that I did not have. Other ways to get the experience that you don't have is through classes, workshops, going back to school. So I mentioned that I was actually in the middle of my MBA when I started my business. And this was such an amazing opportunity because I got to take classes from industry experts in marketing, in entrepreneurship, in accounting, in management, all of the different skills that I needed to kind of round out my leadership profile. I was able to get it through my business school experience. Now I realize that not everyone can go to business school, but classes, workshops, trainings, mentorships, these are all things that are going to allow you to buy the experience that someone else has. Instead of you sitting there and trying to figure this all out yourself, what you want to do is you just want to absorb all the knowledge that somebody else has. You want to avoid the mistakes that other people have had, and you want to really capitalize on the success that others have had. Having the good mentorship, having the good coaching, that is going to be like fuel on the fire. It's going to 10x everything that you're working on, and you really need to focus on this. The last way to get experience that you don't have is just through YouTube videos, books, free resources. There are so many free resources out there these days, and I just think that we are living in an unprecedented time where you can literally go on YouTube and you can find lectures from Stanford University professors. That's one of the things that I did when I was getting started. I subscribed to a channel called How to Start a Startup, which is basically a series of lectures from Stanford University. And that just blew my mind that I could have access to something like this even though I wasn't paying the tuition. Definitely make use of YouTube channels like mine, like the Stanford one. There are so many podcasts out there, How I Built It. There are so many resources that are free, and all you have to do is just look into it and take some of your time to learn things that are going to help push your business, your side hustle further down the road. At this point, you're probably saying to yourself, Halima, you know what? This sounds all great. Invest in myself, find my sweet spot. I got it. Great. But how do I even find time to do all of these things? And I got you covered. There is a simple trick to create 26 hours in your week. If you are dedicated, you can create 26 extra hours to work on your side hustle, to work on building this dream business that you have in your heart. So here's what you need to do. Step one is you need to treat the weekends like if they're weekdays. I know, I said it was simple, but I never said it was easy. So if you treat Saturdays and Sundays as if it's a weekday, so you work from 9 to 5, right there you create 16 extra hours in your week to work on your side hustle. Then, if every night when you get home from work, you eat dinner and you spend 2 hours working on your side hustle, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, right there you create 10 additional hours to work on your side hustle. Now, none of what I'm saying is easy. If it was easy though, everybody would be doing it, but it is possible. And so no matter what your situation is, I really want to encourage you to follow your dreams and to really go after this dream that you have in your heart and to start working on your side hustle. Don't forget, I have a nice put together PDF of all the tips I just shared using the link in the description box. And before you go, I really want to hear what you're working on. Tell me what kind of business you currently have or what kind of business you're looking to build. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.